again, everyone.
Hi.
And we're continuing our video series on the 8 principles that you could apply to your life so you could have healthy hair and healthy skin. If you have not seen our last video, feel free to click on the link so that you could refer to the last video so that you are up to date on what we've been sharing. Yes, so in this video, we will share with you the second principle, and that is lots of
Water.
water. Water. Now, again, what does that have to do? Well, I know you're probably thinking, okay, there's some kind of connection here because that makes a little more sense, you know? And a lot of the times, it's because we don't drink enough water.
Guilty.
Yes.
Guilty.
And it reflects, you know, in our hair, on our skin.
Yes.
Now, a few years ago, in fact, I'm old now. You're probably thinking that I'm 15. But in my teenage years, that was like over 10 years ago.
Okay.
I suffered with acne. My face, you know, it would constantly break out. And, you know, I had, you know, black spots all over my face. And, you know, I was just, it made me feel so terrible. But I realized that the reason that my skin was breaking out so badly was because I was consuming a lot of sugar. I mean, I wasn't, you know, gulping sugar in large amounts, but it wasn't every single thing that I was eating.
Yeah.
And when I realized that, I cut down on sugar a lot and I increased on my water intake. I started to drink lots of water. Like I would eat 1 piece of chocolate and drink 2 gallons of water. Okay, I'm exaggerating a bit. But I started to drink a lot of water and it started to reflect in my skin. My skin started to clear up. You know, my dark spots started to go away because I wasn't using any cleansers. I didn't know anything about any cleansers or all the information that I'm sharing with you now. Facials, what's that? So I started to drink more water and that alone helped me to have clearer, healthier skin and hair.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that a lot of the
Definitely.
times, because of our lack of water, it contributes to,
Definitely.
you know, to us not having, you know, the proper skin and hair care that we need.
And I mean, I could testify to that because looking back, like when I was, you know, younger, for sure, like when I would drink a lot of water, because you know how it is, you grow up in the Caribbean, the sun is hot, so by default, if you're playing a lot, you're gonna drink a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I would drink a lot of water, and I never used to have like the acne issues. I wouldn't say until maybe I hit high school, and the same thing, started eating way more sugar, and it was just like, what is going on, you know? But definitely I've seen where when I start really drinking water, my skin gets back to a place where it's like it's no longer, you know, it doesn't feel dry. It also breaks out much less. So definitely you see water really plays a pivotal part in, you know, how you maintain the look you're going for.
Yes, yes.
So
you know, how much water should you drink? And I know we shared some of that in one of the last videos that we did on how to maintain healthy hair.
right.
But we will share it again. You know, tell us how much water should I be drinking?
That depends on how much you weigh, and then you divide that. Which one should we do first? You divide that by.
So you divide your body weight by 16,
right?
and that will give you the number of cups of water that you
Per
should
day.
drink every day.
Per day.
Yes. So again, if you weigh, let's do some quick math because I'm not a mathematician. I use calculators, you know, in 2019. Let's say you weigh 140 pounds divided by 16, then you're supposed to be drinking, you know, close to 9 cups of water.
And that's
every
9
day.
8-ounce
Yes.
glasses of water each day.
Every single day.
Right.
And a lot of us, we don't come close to that.
at all. And of course, if you exercise and you're out in the heat, doing anything that like produces more sweat,
Yeah.
you're gonna have
You
to
definitely need
increase,
more.
of course,
Yeah.
the amount. But
So the
it's
more you lose,
great.
the more you need.
Yep.
Yeah. And your body will call for it. Like if you're outdoors working in the summer, I know we tend to drink a lot of water, and our skins thrive.
Yes, and then and a good thing that you just brought up too, like with the whole losing more, if you get to a point where you're realizing like, wow, I'm really thirsty, you're already kind of dehydrated. And I know for me, like that was a struggle because it was like, what do you mean? Like when you feel thirsty, that's when you want to drink the water. But we have to get to that place where we're,
in a
we're
habit.
consistent about
of drinking
really
water.
drinking our water, so that it's not like, oh my goodness, I feel so parched.
Yes.
Now I'm drinking water. So.
And another problem that you may think of is, oh, when I drink water, it just sends me to the bathroom. Maybe because you're drinking it wrong. Yes, you can't drink water in the wrong
I had
way.
to learn that too.
And what I mean by that is, lots of the times where you're like, oh, I need to get my water in, so
you gulp
just,
it,
right,
gulp it,
gulp it
That's
down,
the
and then guess what? It
wrong
passes
way.
right through us. So if it's passing right through us, then our body is not necessarily
absorbing it
using
at all.
that water in the
At
way that
all.
it should
Right.
be used, to clean and filter our systems.
Yep.
So when you drink water, you do want to make sure that you drink it in small amounts. You don't gulp it down. A safe guide, half a cup every 30 minutes.
Right. And
That's more controlled.
I think that's the key. Like if you have an amount in mind that you could say, okay, within the next half an hour, I'm gonna make sure I get this much in. It takes off the pressure actually
Yes, it does.
of like, okay, I have
I
to
need
get
to
through
drink
8
more.
glasses. Oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
at least it's manageable. So
Yes.
definitely approach the water intake with like, okay, within the next 2 hours, I'm gonna make sure I get this amount in, and it just helps. It helps
Yes.
when you go through your day trying to get in all the water that you need to.
Definitely. So drinking more water, drinking it at a slower pace, that also helps. And starting from the moment you wake up until the evening time,
Right.
and that definitely goes a long way. And it's better to stay hydrated
And to be on the
than
other
right,
end
and
of the
be going
spectrum.
to the bathroom
Mhm.
than
Yeah.
not to get enough water and then
And-
having to suffer the consequences.
And then a next way too that you could like get a lot of your water in. We don't usually look at it that way, but taking showers and stuff, that actually your skin obviously is your biggest organ.
Yeah.
So like it loves when you take a shower or bath or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I know some of us don't like to do that.
Right. So
but-
like, get it
Shower
together. So
yes.
your skin
so-
definitely
yeah.
loves it. It thrives from that. So
And not only that, but just by washing our faces, taking a shower, that helps to scrub off the dirt,
Mhm.
that extra toxin, and that in turn will help us to have healthier skin.
Yes.
A lot of the time the dirt just sits there, and as it sits there, it begins to build up, and our skin, it reabsorbs, and the whole works. So washing
Yeah.
is definitely an important aspect. So using water both internally and externally, it does go a very long way.
And I mean, you like, not that we're suggesting that you should try it, but you could prove this for yourself. If you go through a period where you're just like, I don't feel like, whatever, for whatever reason, not really taking care of yourself the way you should, you see the difference when you actually pick it back up in your like frequent showers, your frequent water intake. You see it. You really see it in your body.
Yes.
So
And I challenge you, just take one day just to experiment, or maybe a few days. Drink, okay, let's just say one day.
Yeah.
Drink 1 gallon of water in
Mm.
that one day, as much as possible.
Oh, and something you could do with the gallon bottle. So, like, if you buy the gallon bottle, I know you've probably been on Pinterest or the internet, whatever, Google, and like, you've seen those pictures where they have the little indicators.
markers,
You could do that. If it helps, it helps.
Yeah.
So you could do whatever it is that will help you to actually get through the gallon bottle, because I know it sounds like a lot. It really does.
And there are apps that
Mhm.
remind you to drink water.
Yeah.
Alexa, do I drink water? Yes, but take advantage of the technology, take advantage of the little reminders, because a lot of the times we get into the habit where we don't drink water. So just by getting into the habit of drinking water, and they say it takes 21 days to break that habit and to form a new habit.
Right.
So try doing as much as possible consistently.
And what's so funny is in the previous video we were talking about stress, and it's actually known that a lack of water heavily produces headaches, and clearly you have a headache, you're gonna be stressed about it. So drink your water.
Yeah, so they go hand in hand. So drink your water, and that you will definitely see the benefits of drinking water.
Yes.
If there's nothing else that you could do, drink water.
Yeah.
Drink water.
Lots and lots of water.
Yes. So this brings us to the end of this second principle. So the first one, just to mention, is a firm trust in God. And now we're sharing with you. Drink lots of water. Stay hydrated. And I know I saw this quotation. Oh, somebody. Let's have a water break.
You're right. Necessary.
Now I know some of you may be wondering, what is the best kind of water to drink? Now that's a very good question, and I always tell people, look at nature. What does nature suggest? Because nature always tells you, nature always points to the best kind of water. When you look at rainwater, rainwater is the process that it goes through is sort of like a distillation process, like a filtering process where all the toxins and the minerals and everything are taken out of the water, so it's like water in its purest form. Now I'm not telling you to go drink rainwater because
the atmosphere right now, unfortunately.
However, you want to drink water that mimics that process, the process that God created. And there are many different filtering machines that do that, like a distiller.
There's also
reverse osmosis.
Right. Or even if you if you're unable to get a distiller, there's a few regular filters. I think Zero Water actually mimics very closely to a distiller. So that's an option.
There are different options. I know Britta uses charcoal, and the charcoal helps to extract the minerals and the toxins from the water. So the principle is you want water in its purest form. You don't want any extra minerals, any extra sodium, or anything like that. You just want pure
100%
water. Now, some of you may be wondering, what about alkaline water? Well, alkaline water, I mean, it's not a bad thing. However, I do believe that they just try to take out money by promoting alkaline water.
It's marketing.
So
girl,
really
what's the cheapest way? Huh?
Yes, get a lemon.
There you go.
Cut that lemon in half.
And a glass of water.
Squeeze that lemon.
That's right.
And what is
your
that?
Water. Alkaline water.
Okay. Yes. For what?
This deal came to you.
This is an unpaid advertisement, by the way.
There you go.
Yes, but that's a good way to get alkaline water. But you do want water in its purest form.
Yep.
And that will prove to be of great benefit to the body.
Yes.
So, this brings us to the end of this video.
Yes.
And if it was a blessing to you as usual, feel free to like, comment, to share, and don't forget to subscribe down below for more. And as we continue to share with you more principles that you could apply both internally and externally to be of great benefit to your hair and to your skin. And remember, your body is a temple.
Yes.
Bye.